Hello everybody and welcome back to the show that never ends. Welcome back my friends to the show that never ends. I think we're getting to the point where we are friends as well, aren't we? Not just Jim, you're Jim's friends, but I'm like that supply teacher, that supply teacher that comes in when the main teacher isn't there and they don't really know what they're supposed to be doing or talking about. So they just talk about themselves really. So that's what I'm doing. I just wanted to check my mic was still there. I couldn't remember if I put it on or not. Anyway, Jim's away on his boat, as you know, which I also need to apologise for Thursdays being late because he was on his boat, I was away. I say away, I was working from home, and I'll get onto that in a minute. And the website that we normally use to transfer files from different places to whoever needs them was down. So we had to try and figure out other ways to do it, and because I'm so brainy, I came up with a way, but it took a lot longer. So we were about an hour and a half late on Thursday, so I do apologise. I was working from home because I had COVID again. Now I had COVID the first time. Well, I actually think I had it before it was popular, but I won't go into that because whenever someone tells you that, you go, oh, really? Oh, I had COVID before it was a thing. I had it months before. Yeah, but did you? Well, I think I did, but I won't go into the story because I can't be dealing with the comments. So I had COVID again, and this time I've had worse colds. It was the mildest thing I've ever gone through, which is good because I've recently been in a lot of pain because since I last saw you, in fact, the day after my last edition of This Week went out, we had the day off. It was a Friday and we got given the day off because it was a really hot day. And as you know, we are expecting and experiencing really hot days now. But I've learnt my lesson because last time, on my day off, I laid out in my garden and fell asleep for about 6 hours, just laying in the sun, listening to music and podcasts and whatnot. And I woke up and I was sunburnt. Now, I've never been sunburnt in my life. I never get sunburn, I never burn, I always tan. My arms, in fact, didn't burn. My face burnt, and so did my chest, because I had an open shirt on all day. I was the reddest thing you've ever seen. You think Jim is red? You should have seen me. In fact, I've got some pictures that I'll show you, because I went to London the weekend it happened, and I was in so much pain. I was in such a bad mood, worse than normal. So that picture, you can just see how red I was. I mean, walking through London, all the cars were stopping when I was walking past them. So yeah, I had sunburn. I'm a hypomaniac, okay? I know whenever I get a lump on my finger, I've got cancer. Whenever I've got a headache, I've got a brain tumour. I am a hypomaniac when it comes to illness stuff. I can't deal with pain. But being sunburnt was the most painful thing I've ever had to go through, and I've learnt my lesson now. I bought some sun cream for future, and Jim bought me some afterburn stuff, and I'm on. But my natural skin colour now is red. I'm not brown. I'm not white. I'm red, which takes me back to being a youngster. Because when I was born, I was actually a red baby, and my mum got told by the doctors and nurses to take a couple of photos because he's not going to make it, and this is a true story. And the reason why I was red was because my heart was going at the rate of a 91-year-old man, so they thought I was going to die. So I was red. My brother, when he was born, he had yellow jaundice or whatever it's called, so he was yellow. All we needed was 2 more kids and we'd have the cast of the Teletubbies going on in our house. But talk about the Teletubbies, the government, Boris, he's going. No one, well, I say no one saw that coming. A lot of people were saying that it will have to happen. He said that he won't go because he survived that vote thing. Hark at me, who knows what he's on about. And then everyone else started to go. Rishi went, Sajiv David went. They all started to go, and apparently it comes out now that Rishi had been plotting to go for months, even when Boris was still there. Rishi's been plotting for months to take him down. It's a bit mean, isn't it? A bit mean. But there you go. That's them people all over, really, isn't it? Just out for themselves, I guess. So Boris is going, and this has got me thinking. When you come over to Ustream to watch this full bit, or if you remember, carry on watching, I'm going to be putting together my cabinet if I was to take over from Boris. So we'll come to that later. Also, in the news, Novak Djokovic won the tennis, won Wimbledon. Now I like Wimbledon because it's the time of year where strawberries are ready, and I used to grow strawberries at home. My granddad always grows strawberries, and I like strawberries. Not so keen on tennis, too much grunting for me. If I want to watch something with grunting in, I'll watch pornography. I mentioned earlier about the heat wave. We are expecting a lot of heat over the next week or so. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm a sun seeker, as they say, but probably less seeking it now after what happened last time. And employees are saying that it's too hot to work, right? Especially hairdressers. Hairdressers have been cancelling appointments because workers say that the commute to work, even before they've even got there, the commute to work is too sticky. Well, hasn't everyone these days got aircon in their car and windows that they can undo? And the woke HR bosses say people should get a day off with temperatures set to hit 36 degrees centigrade or Celsius, whatever it is these days. But others will rise early and go straight to the beach. I don't know why that bit says there, but that was straight from the news. I think that was the Daily Mail. So isn't that a bit weird? You know, I know here in our office we have air conditioning. In my car I've got air conditioning. It is hot, but what do you want us to do about it? You can still cut hair in the heat. People want haircuts in the heat. Get a grip. Rishi Sunak, I mentioned him a minute ago. He's been slated now for a video that's resurfaced from 2001, I think it was, where he said he's got no working classmates, or he says I've got high class mates, I've got working class mates. Well, not working class, which I thought was quite funny. But that was from 2001, so he's probably made some friends since then, hasn't he? Probably made some friends and then stabbed them in the back. But this news one I found, and I'll leave you lot off with YouTube with this, because I've done the same as last time. I've running out of time. A man burned his backside when he used toilet cleaning wipes instead of loo roll. A man, namely Leon Gleed, has been left red-faced and red-arsed after using cleaning wipes instead of loo roll. He didn't realise they were meant to clean the toilet itself, not himself, after going to the toilet. He used them multiple times until confessing to his girlfriend that he had a rash. She burst out laughing, which is good. I can't believe you've got a girlfriend, really, but there you are. He believes that the cleaning product should be labelled more clearly to avoid confusion. The item itself did say, now this got me, makes toilet sparkle, but there was no mention of anuses. Being a lorry driver, it was hard to get in and out of, you know. I've added that bit in, the you know. It's easy to get in and out of, you know. It was hard to get in and out of the truck due to the constant chafing. I know it's a silly mistake to make, but I'm sure other people have done the same. Well, Leon, I have done something similar, as you viewers will know from last time. I accidentally showered with Tesco's version of Mr. Muscle. It was a mistake, but there you are. I held my hands up. So I can't really slate Leon, really, apart from he's gone to the papers. But then I mentioned mine on telly. So, and a spokesman for Tesco who made these cleaning wipes and my Mr. Muscle stuff, we were sorry to hear about this incident, and as we are sorry to hear about this incident as we make the labelling on our products and packaging as clear as possible to customers. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, Leon's ring of fire. That's a nice thing to leave us off. Come over to Ustream and watch the rest of the show, whereas, as I said at the beginning, I will be putting together my cabinet if I was to become Boris Johnson. Well, not become Boris Johnson, not to become Boris Johnson if I was to replace him. So come over to Ustream and come and see us and Don't be a tightwad. Go on, sign up, will you?